Hey everyone, Amal here. You're watching Newsbreak. Let's see what's coming up on today's show. Melbourne's in lockdown again. A rare tortoise is rediscovered. And Villarreal's spectacular Europa League win. But before we get into any of that, why don't you hit that subscribe button? I know you want to. Sorry Melbourne, but it's happening again. Overnight, the city's COVID outbreak grew to 26 cases. So the government has announced a 7-day lockdown, including a whole bunch of new restrictions to try to stop the spread. Here's Kale.
Previously on BTN.
Oh, come on, not again. At first I wasn't too worried.
Now, as I'm recording these words, it hasn't happened. But you know COVID.
From 11:59 p.m. tonight, Victoria will enter a 7-day circuit breaker lockdown, and these restrictions will be in place until 11:59 on Thursday, the 3rd of June.
It's lockdown time.
Yep, from tonight, Victorians will only be allowed to leave their house for 5 reasons: to get food, to go to essential work, to give care, to exercise for 2 hours, or to get vaccinated. Masks must now be worn everywhere outside the home. And for you guys, well, schools will be shut down.
I'm not too happy about having to do classes online, but I guess that's what I have to do. I knew it was coming, but I still hope it's just 7 days.
Yeah, it's not fun, but authorities say it is necessary.
We're dealing with a highly infectious strain of the virus, a variant of concern which is running faster than we have ever recorded.
A bunch of states have closed their borders to Victoria or to the Greater Melbourne area. This is Melbourne's 4th lockdown. So what are you guys going to get up to this time?
Having family movie nights and toasting marshmallows on the bonfire. Spending all day reading and family movie nights. Lots of family movie nights. Ready for lockdown? Whee!
There have been events around the country today to mark the beginning of Reconciliation Week. It's a big celebration of Australia's First Nations, which begins on the anniversary of the 1967 referendum. That's when Australians voted to change the constitution and make sure Indigenous Australians were counted in the census. There'll be things happening all around Australia during the week, and lots of schools are getting involved.
To me, it's important to celebrate Reconciliation Week because we're all one community.
Or to have a celebration with the community, I think it's very special.
This giant tortoise is a giant deal right now. It was found in the Galapagos Islands in 2019. Now it's been confirmed as a species that was thought to have gone extinct a century ago. Here's Leela.
More than 100 years ago, this giant tortoise species, known as the Fernandina Island Galapagos tortoise, was believed to be extinct.
They're extinct.
But now,
They're not extinct.
cut to dramatic slow-mo entry. Two years ago, this tortoise was found on Fernandina Island, which is part of the Galapagos Islands. And now, through a DNA test, scientists from Yale University have confirmed it's the long-lost species. They did it by collecting the DNA with this specimen collected in 1906. Many varieties of tortoises live on the Galapagos Islands. Sadly though, all Galapagos giant tortoise species are under threat. As you can imagine, finding out an extinct species isn't extinct is very exciting. So now, in an attempt to save the species, Galapagos National Park is preparing an expedition to see if they can find any more. That's not a photo, by the way. Wait for it. There you go.
Some of you might know that I'm a fan of the colour red. Lipstick, shoes. So now, let's see some stories that will have you seeing red. This volcano in Iceland is so hot right now. Its name is Fagradalsfjall, which means beautiful valley. And thousands of visitors have been coming to check out its amazing red glow. If the moon looked a bit rosier than usual last night, it wasn't your imagination. It was a super blood moon. The moon was in the closest point to Earth in its orbit, which made it look bigger and brighter. And there was a lunar eclipse, which makes it look red. Or at least orangish because of the way sunlight bends around the Earth and gets scattered by the atmosphere. And the Red Devils were left red-faced this morning. Manchester United were beaten by underdogs Villarreal in the Europa League final, one of Europe's biggest club competitions. It all came down to a penalty shootout, and the winning kick was scored by Villarreal's goalie, who followed it up with this save. What a way to win your first ever major title. Sweet, that's all from us. But before we go, don't forget about the most beautiful, amazing red thing, that subscribe button. Make sure to hit it, and we will see you tomorrow.